kind of sensitive though. I don't know how, because yeah. I'm not sure of the process that AR went through with the director of that film. I was myself. I just did what I had to do. I put a little masala into it that I thought the scene needed. I don't tell him what to do. I suggest you don't as well. Because, it's midnight and, if you rub him the wrong way, he'll just get into his car and go home.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning more than 3 decades. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends, discover the top take as we uncover the wow factor in this episode. Do watch it till the end to grab this musical moment of the day. 2010 Raavanan, a visual and musical storm. A bold retelling of Ramayana, seen through the perspective of Raavan. An action-adventure in Tamil, headlined by Vikram, Aishwarya Rai and Prithvi Raj. Simultaneously made in Hindi as Raavan, with Abhishek Bachchan, Aishwarya and Vikram stepping into new shades of the same epic. Lyrics by legends, Vairamuthu in Tamil, Gulzar in Hindi and Veturi for the dubbed version in Telugu. And the soundtrack, a pulsating high-energy album where percussions take center stage.
Ranjitji, while researching, I was going through the credits. Raavan credits you for additional programming. Not many are familiar with this term. Can you please explain it?
Yeah, well, it was not just programming, it was arranging and that kata kata bechara. What was that song, no? Ta-da, 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 ta in Raavan. I'm playing this big Nagara drum. We got these big Nagara drums from somewhere and I put them in my studio and these big sticks. And I had to physically play that myself, the whole groove. So, yeah, it's like the rhythm and the arrangement, that was done by me.
I'm sure there are many stories behind this soundtrack. Can you please...
There are. I don't know how. It's kind of sensitive, though. I don't know how, because you should... It's a behind-the-scenes kind of thing, but when I meet you, I'll tell you. I don't think it's for public consumption.
Okay, I'll respect that.
(2010) 127 Hours. After Slumdog Millionaire, the second Danny Boyle-Rahman collaboration. A lone climber, a crushing boulder. (127 Hours of Hell) and one unthinkable decision. The film earned 8 BAFTA nominations, including Best Music by Rahman, 3 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Original Score, and 6 Oscar nominations, including Best Original Score by Rahman and Best Original Song, If I Rise, by Rahman and Dido.
You were part of its score. How was the experience?
Well, it was a score. So we were part of the score. So he came to I had a fabulous studio in Mahalakshmi here in Bombay, and AR used to do all his work there. He loved it. So, and it was great for me because I worked in the day and he used to work in the night. And me and a couple of friends, we set up our equipment, set up the drums, and we just jammed. We just jammed for 3 or 4, 5 hours. He had little hooks and little motifs he wanted to explore, and then he cut from that and adapted the score. Not all of it, but parts of it. So yeah, it was a fun experience.
Don't give up. Aaron, do not give up.
Is it possible to explain the process of composing for a film like 127 hours?
Well, I mean, I suppose for him, understanding the brief, it all depends how sensitive the director is. Because he's the captain of the ship. When it comes to a film, the director's the captain. The director's got to know where he wants to take the narrative, both visually and sonically.
Come on! You gotta come down here!
It's been nice knowing you, man.
So I'm not sure of the process that AR went through with the director of that film. But yeah, I mean, I think AR interpreted it beautifully, whatever the brief would have been. He had the right points to make it edgy, the right points to make it calm. You have to get into the mind of the protagonist in the film, the man who's going through that experience.
Bro, you didn't tell anyone where you were going.
So as a film composer, you have to identify with that journey and try and find a musical equivalent, but also something that, when it sticks to picture, shouldn't get in the way of what's going on, should enhance it very subtly. It's a very delicate art form, scoring a film.
Oops.
She echoed in Bombay, a child's voice in Rahman's chorus, born to melody, Sujata Mohan's daughter. But her journey, her voice, entirely her own. Shweta Mohan, not just a legacy, a force. Full interview, uncut, uncensored. Rahman Music Sheets. Only on O2 India. Streaming now on YouTube. Find its link in the description.
This looks like a screensaver. They got fish that you can see through the floor.
Welcome to Eden.
2009 Couples Retreat, an American rom-com.
Remove your mask.
You want to take our clothes off?
I don't have any drawers.
Undress! Is his junk out?
Yeah.
Now it's a party.
4 couples escape to a tropical island, only to land in chaos they never signed up for.
See, as I gently go deeper and deeper into a stretch.
Fabio, that's enough with the pulsating.
Scored by A.R. Rahman, the film features 15 tracks, playful, melodic, and layered with Indian textures.
Would you prefer a male or female, monsieur?
What would you recommend more for like a nurturing, pampering, motherly energy? A man or a woman?
And in a bold move, Rahman even dropped a Tamil song into this Hollywood production.
Ranjitji's Slumdog Millionaire was based in India. Its music required Indian sensibilities. Did Couples Retreat require different approach?
Well, we did it long distance because he was in LA, I think. And I worked on the score. And I did a couple of cues. And then I remember Kailash Kher came and sang Alap, and we did something like that. And so I got a clip of the film, and he called me up, and he kind of explained what the brief was about. And that was it, like very, the whole film's about these couples that go to a spa retreat, spiritual kind of thing. And I said, listen, I'd like to use Kailash Kher to, he said, yeah, call him. And called him to my studio, and we got him to sing a couple of cues, and I edited, blah, 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 put it against the picture, and thought it looked, and yeah, I think it works. I sent it to AR, and No corrections, nothing. It was, that was pretty much it.
Who is that?
And Mr. Rahman very daringly used a Tamil song in an English film produced in Hollywood. How do you look at that?
In the West, they don't... See, we have a bias with our own languages, really. We tend to... Well, not a bias. Let me correct myself. We are aware of the different languages and dialects in our country. For a foreigner, whether it is Telugu, Tamil, Mizoram or Gujarat, they don't understand anything. You could put an African song. Well, it's like Lion King. If suddenly you had a chant in the middle of something that is purely African, it's world music. Nobody cares if it's in Tamil. For them, it's exotic. It's like a foreign language. If the song works, the song works. So it's an advantage being non-Indian and looking everything with a very, very generic perspective, They're not able to discern the fine elements between Gujarati and Marathi, or Telugu and Tamil, or Odia, Bengali. For them it's all, they don't understand any of it.
When you worked on an American film, how different was it in terms of approach and sensibilities?
In some ways, maybe. I think the sensibility is a little less heavy-handed than some of the productions I've worked on in Bombay. I mean, in Bombay now, they want carpet music. That means from the first frame till the end, there's some music happening, because I think the director's not convinced about his or her own work. They need a support system through the film. You know what I mean? See, you must know something about me. And I've earned a sort of reputation in Bombay as being troublesome, because I'm only interested in the work. I'm not interested in the peripheral doodah that goes around with all of this. I really don't have the time for pleasing you in any other manner than the output of my work. That should be enough for our interaction. You know what I mean? So any work that I have done has only been on my terms. So I've never really suffered. And any suffering that had to be done, that work never came to me. If there was suffering involved, that work never came to me, because the people making that knew that this guy's not willing to suffer. You see what I mean? So if I'm not willing to suffer, then that work is not mine. Anyway, I'm quite happy not doing that work. So I can't really give you any stories about strife. If there's any strife or struggle, it's me versus myself to do better work. Not because I have to jail out some guy who thinks he knows more than me and because he's signing the check. No, that struggle I never did. I never did in my life. I was appreciated for it also, and I got a bad rap for it also.
2021 Mimi, a bold remake of the 2011 Marathi film.
बच्चे को कोख में पालना ना दुनिया का सबसे महान काम होता है. मेरा बस चले ना तो मैं भी पाल लूं.
और पैदा कहाँ से करोगे? पीछे से.
Set against the backdrop of surrogacy, where Indian women were renting out their wombs for foreigners.
आपको बच्चा पैदा करने के लिए जॉन जी के साथ सोना नहीं है. ये एक नया तरीका है. इसको बोलते हैं सरोगेसी.
A.R. Rahman's soundtrack brought both soul and sensitivity. Seven tracks featuring voices like Shilpa Rao, Sasha Tirupati, Kailash Kher, Khatija Rahman and Shreya Ghoshal.
For Param Sundari? No, Param Sundari kind of happened, almost in COVID, no? Just coming out of COVID kind of thing. I had this Rajasthani gentleman come down and do all the Bikaneri parts from this thing and percussion, and Yeah, no, he called me. He said, yeah, I love parts of it, and can you do this? And then I rendered all the files and sent it to him. But when I'm sitting in Bombay, like I said, with him, I'm shielded from all the other peripheral nonsense. I don't deal with it at all. He also knows me very well. I'm not a guy who takes kindly to that situation. I don't work at night so much anymore. And AR was starting a session at 10 o'clock, and I went, and I found out later that they were kind of telling him, have you briefed him? He said, listen, I don't tell Ranjit much. He knows what to do. And then they kept insisting, and he said, listen, please, I don't tell him what to do. I suggest you don't as well. Because, it's midnight, and, if you rub him the wrong way, he'll just get into his car and go home. Now, I would never do that for AR, but I have done it with other people. I've just got into my car and gone home. I don't, beyond the point, I'm not being paid to listen to your chatter,
2020, 99 songs. The first film produced and co-written by A.R. Rahman. The story of a struggling singer who dreams of becoming a composer, a musician's quest to find his sound, his purpose, and in the process, himself.
Music is दुनिया का एक आखिरी बचा हुआ जादू है.
Ranjit ji, how did Mr. Rahman convince you to be in front of camera?
He didn't really need to convince me. I mean, I don't mind acting when it's like this. And he called me up. I was in Europe. I was on tour with John McLaughlin, a great jazz guitar player. And he said, listen, when are you back? Because this is a very pivotal role, and I want you to play this young girl's father. And I said, really? I said, yeah, okay. And I remember I came back. I was very jet-lagged. And I went into the casting director's office the next day, Mukesh Chabra. And they gave me the script. I was a 9-page long main scene. And I said, man, I cannot memorize 9 pages in 1 hour, I said, give me the key points. And And I auditioned. I just hit all the points. And I was myself. I just did what I had to do. I put a little masala into it that I thought the scene needed, and they approved it. And then the director, Vishwesh, and me, he got so comfortable with me that he never even gave me a script. I would land up for the shooting and he would say, okay, now, this is what's happening. The girl is here, there, this guy comes and, this is the backstory, blah, blah, blah. Just go. The only key dialogue you have to do is these 2 things, and the rest I made up. I was just myself. It's fantastic.
एक गाना पूरी दुनिया बदल सकता है सर.
But not all. I got offers for films after that, but I turned them down because they were not really. They started typecasting me as a villain, like a antagonist, and I don't mind being a villain, but I would be a classy villain. I'm not here to get beaten up and stuff like that, And AR would laugh. He said, listen, if you're getting roles, I'm going to become your manager. I said, please. And he said, no, don't take these roles. They are just typecasting you into this thing. And so, yeah, no, I don't want a career as an actor. Music is my one and only love.
एक गाना दुनिया बदल सकता है. कहाँ है ये गाना?
But I can't digest that Ranjit Barot going to a casting director's office for an audition. It's beyond my imagination, actually.
I've never done it before. And I did it, and they liked it, and it was a lot of fun.
You were part of its soundtrack also. Here, Mr. Rahman was producer as well.
Yeah.
So were the energies different?
No, it was a special project because it was his. I remember playing drums on a couple of things. one song and some bits of the score, and yeah, it was his pet project, you know, and I was very happy to be a part of it. He's an incredible. He's a beautifully restless mind. He needs to be challenged all the time. I need to be challenged, but I like downtime also, you know. AR has very little downtime. For him, downtime would be, again, composing something else, you know, which is why he is what he is, because he's dedicated his life to the pursuit of excellence and to the pursuit of channeling every aspect of his creativity. And that's an admirable quality. I would burn out if I tried to keep up with him. But you know, it's a privilege to have a friend and a colleague like that, and I think this country is so much richer and happier that A.R. Rahman is here and gives people so much joy and incredible. What an amazing human being. It's hard on the people around him who love him and who want his attention also, because you know they have to understand that he belongs to the creative world. He's not from this realm, you know, and you should be happy for whatever time you get with him and be satisfied with that. He's a very, very extraordinary person. And this 35, 36 years I know him now, you know, maybe more. And we're still friends and we're still relevant to each other, and that's a fantastic. It's a very, very big blessing in my life to be his friend and musical collaborator whenever he wants. It's a crowning moment in my musical journey, you know. So I, you know, hope he lives till he's 150 and gives people continued joy, because he's unstoppable. I don't see, I meet him, he's unstoppable. And that's just the way we like him, yeah.
Up next, Ranjit Barot transformed A.R. Rahman concerts. How? Ranjit remembers his mother, legendary Kathak dancer Sitara Devi. And filmmaker K. Asif, director of Mughal Azam, once married to Sitara Devi. With backstage moments to untold memories, Ranjit Barot returns in our next episode. Stay with us.
It's hard on the people around him who love him and who want his attention also, because you know they have to understand that he belongs to the creative world. He's not from this realm, you know, and you should be happy for whatever time you get with him and be satisfied with that.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.